Good morning, New Canaan High School.
I'm Sean Manzella coming to you live from the NCTV studio. Today is December 1st and a day F.
And I'm Annie Manalia. Freshmen should just be getting out from a meeting with Mr. Egan, but seniors, you're meeting at 9:50 in the auditorium, and sophomores, you're at 10:45 in the auditorium. We have a lot more to cover for today, but first, will everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, guys, if the holiday music and Black Friday didn't get you in the holiday spirit, the New Canaan's annual holiday stroll definitely will. The stroll kicks off tonight at 6:30, and NCTV's own Bridget Salmini is on the scene with all the details. Bridget?
Hello, NCHS. This is Bridget Salmini coming to you from where the holiday stroll will take place tonight. I just caught up with Tucker Murphy of the Chamber of Commerce to hear more about this.
We're so excited. This is the 13th annual holiday stroll. It is one of the most magical nights in all of New Canaan. We have all sorts of entertainment, everything from little ones doing song and dancing to older ones, actually to a vocalist who's going to bring us to a close at around 9 o'clock. We are thrilled. The weather looks like it's going to be great. We have waffle cabins, we have s'more stations, and all the stores will be open with all sorts of special things going on. So it's just a fabulous night to kick off New Canaan, and it just shows you it's a wonderful life here in New Canaan.
Thank you, Mrs. Murphy. We'll see you there tonight. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Bridge. Now, the holidays are a time for giving, and CharityLink and Student Coalition are already collecting money and gifts for Toys for Tots. And now, NCTV is joining in on the fun. Starting this Monday the 4th until the 14th, for any present donated, you'll get to vote for which teachers or administrators you want to anchor on a special Friday morning broadcast. Gifts can be dropped off during all 3 lunches and shifts, and the more gifts you donate, the more votes you get. So start getting those presents together this weekend.
Well, that looks like it's going to be a fun broadcast. In other news, the choir program's annual Grapefruit fundraiser has been going on for a while, but the grapefruit truck has been delayed, so you won't be getting your grapefruits today. This gives a great opportunity to order some if you haven't already. The money raised will help fund the choir's field trip to Disney World, where they will compete against other teams for a chance to win an award. If you wish to help fund the field trip for the team, but you aren't really much of a grapefruit lover, you can always just buy a box, which will be donated to a local food pantry. To order online, you can go to newcanaanhighschoolchoir.weebly.com. But if you're interested to try to squeeze some information out of a choir student, you can always try that too.
The famous math music video contest is back again in full force. Each year, students have the opportunity to put their creativity to the test, where they can write, perform, and record a music video that makes a math skill, concept, or formula more memorable. If you're interested and haven't started already, you want to get going on that, because entries are due on a DVD or web link by December 19th at 8 a.m. to submit to your math teacher. First place winners will get a $40 Amazon gift card along with other great gift card prizes for second and third place winners. If you have any questions, be sure to contact the Math Department Chair, Mr. Bloss, for more information.
Well, that's always fun to watch. With the holidays in full swing, the fall sports are all pretty much wrapped up.
Good one, Sean. Well, there are a couple teams still making us proud, but for more information, let's go to a familiar face at the sports desk, Luke Pelly. Luke, how are the Rams looking?
They're looking great, guys. Well, welcome back from break, everyone. I hope you got some much-needed rest and relaxation. Our Rams, however, did not. From a field hockey game that ended a season to a Turkey Bowl upset scoring the final seat in the playoffs, we have it all right here. So without further ado, I'm Luke Pelly, and this is the Rams Sports Report. Let's start off with girls field hockey. After wins against East Lyme and Brantford, the girls headed up to Wethersfield before break, trying to win the 3rd consecutive Class M championship against the Daniel Hand Tigers. Since this was their last game of the season, NCTV traveled with them to cover the action, so let's roll the tape. The girls came into the game ranked 8th with a 12-8 record. On the other side of the field were the Daniel Hand Tigers, the 2nd-ranked team with a 16-1 record. Here, New Canaan coach Kelly Marks gives her players a little speech before the game, trying to get them motivated to give everything they have. The Tigers have been scoring a lot of goals throughout the season, but here, Rams goalie Emily Gaeta is having none of it, protecting New Canaan's goal for most of the first half. But with about 5 minutes remaining in the first, Hands Maeve Connors passes off to Jacqueline Sandor, who slaps it into the corner of the net, giving the Tigers a 1-0 lead at the half. Then 7 minutes into the second half, Tigers showed their passing skills as Sophie Schreck dishes the ball to Catherine Donahue, who tips it into the goal, which somehow goes through several NC defenders, extending their lead to 2. The Rams would quickly respond as Brielle Conley inbounds to Megan Mitchell, who whips the ball inches from the goalie's right leg into the net, cutting their deficit in half. The Rams had more chances to tie it late in the game, but unfortunately were unable to capitalize. Daniel Hand would hold on to the lead, edging New Canaan 2-1, making them the 2017 Class M state champs. Despite the loss, Coach Kelly Marks and her team had a great season and have a lot to be proud of. Great job, ladies. Now on to the much-anticipated Turkey Bowl. At stake, a victory over Darien, the final seat in the playoffs, and sweetest of all, bragging rights. The Rams came into the game with an 8-2 record, facing the state's top-ranked team, Darien, which held a 9-1 record before the game. NCTV was there to catch every juke, rush, pass, pick six, or as Schaefer would say, McFakey Dangle Fest, so let's roll the tape. The game starts off strong as senior Jake Cianci receives a perfect pass from the other team. He races into the end zone for a touchdown just 7 seconds into the game. Great anticipation on his part to get the first pick six, and just like that, the Rams would charge out of the gate with a 7-0 lead. Both teams showed some good defense in the second quarter as a 24-yard field goal by Morse accounted for the only points of the quarter, putting New Canaan up 10-zip into the half. We pick it back up in the third quarter where Drew Pine hands off to Owen Chin, who cuts through the defense, past 3 defenders, and stretches into the end zone for a 23-yard touchdown and a 17-0 lead. In the final 4:28 of the fourth quarter, Grant Morse kicks a whopping 44-yard field goal, extending the lead 20-0. Now in the last minute of action, the Rams drive their victory home with another pick six, this time by Zach Miller for 56 yards. With this, the Rams would shut out rival Darien with a score of 27-0 for the first time in 5 years. And this victory gave the Rams a spot in the SEAC Class L playoffs, marking the 13th consecutive season in which New Canaan has qualified for states. The quarterfinals took place on Tuesday night, where the Rams headed over to Middletown to take on the first-seeded Dragons. They came ready to play and crushed Middletown with a score of 24-9. Sophomore Drew Pine passed for 187 yards, a touchdown, and ran into the end zone for 2 of his own. Owen Chin had 93 all-purpose yards, rushing 18 times for 60 yards and catching 4 passes for 33 yards. Senior Justin Greco caught 3 passes for 50 yards and a touchdown. With this win, the boys advance in the bracket to the semifinals, where they look to upset Massac this Sunday the 3rd. If they advance to the finals, they'll take on the winner of the Hand-Windsor game, also taking place Sunday. With 14 of the Rams' points at the Turkey Bowl attributed to the Rams' defense, their ability to keep Darien scoreless, and their impressive showing versus Middletown, it is definitely enough to make them our Rams of the week. Great job to the whole defense. Well, guys, the semifinals take place in Monroe on Sunday, so make sure to go out and support the Rams. Tune in for next week's winter previews. Have a great weekend, everyone. Sean and Annie, back to you.
Thanks, Luke. Well, I'll be looking forward to the winter previews next week.
And with winter previews comes winter weather, but it hasn't really felt like winter yet. We've had a couple of nice days this week, but Luca, does it look like it's just here to stay, or was that fall's last goodbye?
Well, Sean and Annie, it's actually really difficult to tell what trend the weather's going through so far, but I'm confident when I say we're not going to be seeing any snow anytime soon. Good morning, NCHS. My name is Luca Triant. It may be hard to pinpoint what's going to be happening in the long term, but for this weekend's weather, let's take a look at the report. Unfortunately for poor Santa, he's going to have to wish for some more snow, as it's just nowhere in the current trends. However, today is a super sunny day and the hottest for this weekend, with temps up in the low 50s, but dropping all the way down to the 30s at night. If you're heading to the holiday stroll just like I am, be prepared to bring something to wear that can fight against the chilly air. Looking at Saturday, we're set to see some cooling down as temps drop to the mid-40s, although the low is going to be similar to today. We're going to see a lot of clouds, but it is going to be chilly, so if you haven't already, be sure to pack on the layers. Sunday is looking to be a great day with partly cloudy skies and temps reaching levels we are seeing today, and once again going down to the low 30s. For a little insight for the upcoming week, it's going to be a bit hotter, even rising into the mid-50s on Tuesday, although we're looking to see rain on that day. I know I'm going to be stacking up on my favorite sweaters, but Sean and Annie, I look forward to seeing you guys at the holiday stroll.
Thanks, Luca, and I'll keep an eye out for you, too. Now, before we go, we would like to wish a very happy birthday to Helen Culpepper, Hannah Ofiero, and Daniel Schulman. If you have any announcements, as always, please be sure to email us at nctv78@gmail.com or tweet us at nctv78 a week before the Friday broadcast. This has been Sean Manzella.
And I'm Annie Manalia. Make sure to tune in to Channel 78 this weekend to watch girls swimming and diving versus Fairfield Ludlow, boys soccer versus West Hill, and field hockey versus Wilton. We leave you now with a look at the bomb squad storming the field after the great Turkey Bowl win. Have a great weekend, NCHS.
Complete to Alex Damel, and that wraps it up. Final score, New Canaan 27, Darien nothing.